All right, how y'all doing? Brian Howard here, BK's Credit Group and bkscreditgroup.com. Want to come to you guys with another quick video. And in this video, I want to answer the question as far as how long does it take to build business credit? Now, obviously, this is a question that I get a lot because business owners, they want to know how long does it take to build business credit? Brian, I heard you talk about this process, but is this something that I can do in 30 days? Is this something I can do in 90 days? Is this something that takes 6 months? Is this something that takes a year? Is this something that takes 5 years? Well, I hope by the time I finish this video, I've given you the proper understanding and gave you the proper framework, right? So you can have the proper mindset to understand, what it takes to accomplish this thing called business credit. So I guess the first thing that we need to understand is that not every business is in the same place, right? Not every business has the same credit and financial needs. So that's going to play a part in how long it takes to build business credit, because you see that question, how long, is a business specific question. That question is specific only to your business. I give you an example. If you are a startup business, and when I say startup, I mean you're at the bare baby stages. All you have is maybe an LLC and an address and a tax ID number. Well, obviously, it's probably going to take you a lot longer to get your business credit established than it would for, say, someone that's been in business for a year and has been operating and earning revenue for a year. Okay. Now, one of the other things that's going to affect, your ability to build business credit, or the time frame that it takes to build a business credit, is, again, this falls under the specifics of your business. What kind of revenue is your business doing, if it's doing any? What type of personal credit does the business owner have? And if the business owner does have excellent personal credit, is the business owner willing to leverage that credit in order to grow their business? Is this a business that has a lot of assets, right? Is this a business, say, for instance, like a trucking company that you may own a fleet of trucks, or you may have a restaurant and you own some high dollar refrigerators or freezers or whatever? Or you a business that has purchase orders or accounts receivables? So there's a lot of things that come into play when we answering that question as far as how long does it take to build business credit. Depending on what industry you're in, that may affect your ability to build business credit, because some businesses are considered high risk by lenders. So then we have to do different things and implement different tips and strategies in order to try to get a workaround, if any, when we do so. So let me just give you an example of some time frame scenarios that you can consider when it comes to building business credit. First off, you have to understand that there's different levels of business credit. There are different types of business credit. You have vendor credit, you have retail store credit, you have corporate leases, you have credit cards, you have lines of credit, so on and so forth. So if the question is just in general, in the most general sense, how soon can I begin to build business credit? Well, to answer that question is, you can almost begin to build business credit immediately. You can actually start gaining vendor accounts within a week of starting your business. Now, again, vendor accounts is just one type of business credit. Now, if your question is, well, how long can I get to cash credit? Whether it be credit cards or lines of credit. Well, then again, that's going to vary. Are you building your credit profile using the no PG strategy, which is the strategy that I primarily teach, where you're establishing vendor credit with no PG, then moving up to retail store credit, and then eventually on to cash and credit lines? That's a process that, depending on how aggressive you are as the business owner, that can be done in 4 to 6 months. Sometimes I would say average 6 to 8 months, but I've seen it done in like 4 to 5 months. Okay. Now, let's just say you're a business owner again. You have excellent credit and you want to leverage that. Well, guess what? We can get you business credit cards in as little as 3 weeks that will report and build your business credit score. Okay. Let's say you're a business that you have a lot of good revenue. Your business is doing 10, 15, 20, 30, $40,000 a month. We can get you some revenue-based lines of credit and some funding programs that's going to help you build your business credit profile. And, those things can be accessed fairly quickly within a week or two. So the answer to that question is business specific. There's no one answer, that fits every scenario, other than if you want to, if you're talking about vendor credit, that can be built right away. Cash credit takes some time, as I explained in the scenarios earlier, depending on where you are in your business, depending on what assets you have as a business owner, depending on, your personal FICO score and whether or not you're willing to utilize that and different things like that. All of those things come into play into that question. So the question really is not how long does it take to build business credit? The question is, how long is it going to take for you to get started? Because at the end of the day, what it all boils down to is the longer you wait to get started, it's the longer it's going to take in order for you to build business credit. That's me giving it to you straight, raw, and uncut. The only delay is you. If you want to build business credit, you have to get started. You have to get started. Sitting around, waiting, trying to piece together. Let me just break down the whole framework, right, of what I do, right? Basically, what I've done is I've taken what could take you years to put together, 3 to 5 years of research, information, trying different things out, trying to figure out how to build business credit, and I condensed that down into a few months. That's basically what I've done. So I've taken something that could probably take you 3 to 5 years. Even if you were able to figure it out, it would take you 3 to 5 years to figure out step by step. You have to do a lot of trial and error. You have to spend a lot of unnecessary money and different things like that, trying to figure things out on your own. And just when you think you're about to figure things out, guess what? Something changes. Because anybody that knows anything about the financial world is forever changing. So what I've done is I've taken all of that information and I've condensed it down for you to make it easy for you. Okay. So again, how long does it take to build business credit is not the question. The question is how long is it going to be before you truly get started on your business credit building journey? Okay. This is Brian Howard signing out for BK's Credit Group.